And we are back with the Fox Business Alert, the latest jobs report under President Trump, just into our newsroom.
Yes, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 138,000 jobs were created in May. That's less than the 185,000 expected and less than the 211,000 added in April.
All right. So the U.S. unemployment rate is now 4.3%. That's down from 4.4 in April. Steve Hilton. First off, Steve, we know the elephant in the room is the global climate change, but your reaction to those job numbers?
Look, Brian, the thing is that it's good news, obviously, that more jobs were created, but the percentage rate that we talk about, this number 4.3%, it doesn't tell anything like the true story of what's going on in our economy. Some people look at that number and they say, look, everything's great. It's practically full employment. They literally use that term, full employment. But the number they don't look at is actually the work rate, not the people who are officially unemployed, but the people working. That's the lowest for 30 years. We actually have a jobs crisis in this country. There are millions and millions of people who are just not even looking for work. They've given up because they think the economy
and then they don't
is so
count,
bad.
Steve.
And
then they don't count.
Yeah.
And they don't count. And then so you have people who are so complacent, particularly in the coasts where, you know, things are booming, everything looks rosy, but actually throughout America, there's an economic crisis, a jobs crisis, and that's why it's so urgent that we do the things that were promised by President Trump in the campaign, like cutting taxes, like getting infrastructure going. There's all this stuff that needs to be done urgently to deal with the jobs crisis that is there, despite these numbers that on their face look pretty encouraging.
Steve, you've got a new show called The Next Revolution. You were involved in the Brexit movement in the UK. The president just stood in the Rose Garden at the White House and Brexited the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement, said we are out, and predictably the media and the left-wing media went into meltdown mode. Is this almost similar exactly to what you saw over Brexit?
It keeps happening, doesn't it? I mean, the reaction is completely bizarre, because whether you really care about the future of the planet or you care about jobs, or both, which in the case of me, that's what I think, the reaction is completely disproportionate. People say that this is America not leading on climate change. That is completely divorced from reality. America's been leading on climate change for years in terms of the switch from coal to gas, in inventing new clean technologies. The leadership is coming not from global bureaucrats, as you were discussing earlier, but from our scientists and our entrepreneurs. That's already happening, irrespective of what goes on in these global summits. And if you look at jobs, the real issue is not so much whether you've got more jobs in the solar industry or the coal industry. We should want all jobs in all industries. The real issue
what's the outrage
is energy
based on,
prices.
Steve, what's the outrage based on? I mean, the French president coming out and saying, I'm inviting Americans, green scientists to come to France. Germany, they use an expletive on their new newspaper, blank you to the world from America. Where's this coming from?
Because what's been happening so much in politics these days around the world is that people just get obsessed with image and the messages that they're sending and what they look like and whether they look like they're good people and virtuous people. And they care about that much more than the real impact of their decisions on real people in the real world. And actually, if you look at that, all this reaction is completely disproportionate because, as I say, we're already leading on climate change, but what we've got to avoid is doing anything that raises energy prices, because that will hurt the whole economy.
That is well said. We have buried the lead in this interview, Steve. The Next Revolution with you, Steve Hilton, is debuting this Sunday, June 4th, right here on this channel. What can we expect?
Well, here I am in this fantastic new set here in Los Angeles. I'm speaking to you directly from where I'll be on Sunday Night Live at 9 Eastern. What we're going to be doing is looking at the failures of the elitist policies that we've seen for so long that have really hurt working people. The climate thing is a perfect example. We've had government after government right across the world put the obsessions of the rich ahead of the needs of working people. And we're going to be setting out an agenda for what I call positive populism. What are the changes that we need to really help people in their daily lives? And that's what we're going to be doing every Sunday night, 9 Eastern. And there's one more thing. Brian, I know that you're very concerned about my attire for this program. So I just want to show you. Here we have. This is the jacket I'll be wearing. I'll be smart for this, I promise you.
I love it.
But no tie. No tie, right?
No tie,
Steve,
but a very nice jacket
put it on
just
real
for you.
quick. I want to see what it looks like. Put it on.
If you're positive populism,
Okay, well,
you
let's have a
can't go
look.
tie. I mean, people aren't wearing ties.
Warehouse?
No, exactly.
What's going on, Abby?
There we are. Is this going to work? I
Steve,
don't know.
you are looking good.
See, he doesn't even, it's been so
How about
long,
that?
he almost forgot.
What do we think?
Looking sharp, looking sharp.
See you Sunday night.
We will see you
it.
there. Steve Hilton, thank you
Thanks,
so
Steve.
much.